Welcome. Now, welcome students. Now, grade 9 math, chapter 8, quadrilateral continuation of part 3 now. Already 2 parts finished. Now, the part 3, in this exercise 8.1, 4 more sums are there. Many options are there to prove. And you know, that the parallelogram, already we have discussed the parallelogram and its properties. So, you know, in parallelogram, pair of opposite sides are equal, top and bottom, a pair of opposite sides. This left, right are the two sides, opposite sides, they are also equal. So, parallel and equal. So, that is parallelogram. And many theorem we have proved it already, and the diagonals, you know, so everything you know the property in parallelogram. So, using this we are going to prove question number 9. Already I told you in this chapter congruence property of triangles and also lines and angles properties. These only often we are going to use to prove these sums. In question number 9, so it is given that in parallelogram ABCD, 2 points P and Q. ABCD is a parallelogram, P and Q are the 2 points on the diagonal BD. Okay, only the diagonal BD they have joined, and 2 points P and Q are on the diagonals, and they are joining this A and Q, and then QC, PC, AP, everything. So, after that APCQ, a quadrilateral form, a 4-side quadrilateral, okay, formed, and this is what there, and this point PQ is such that DP is equal to BQ, okay, it is given in the question. So, given in parallelogram ABCD, 2 points P and Q are taken on diagonal BD such that DP equal to BQ. So, this DP is equal to BQ. If you want, you can mark like this, a double mark. Okay. For your reference, I am marking like that. So, DP, BQ, they are equal. It is given in the question. And to prove, 5 options are there. Okay, 5 options. You see, 2 options are proving the congruent triangles. See, option 1 and option 3. And after proving congruence of 2 triangles, then you can say by CPCT what are the need things to make equal. Like that, other 2s are there, 2 and 4. And option 5 is you have to show that APCQ, the quadrilateral formed after joining APCQ, that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So, this is what they are asking. And we will proceed in the proof part. So, first option, in this triangle APD and triangle CQB. Okay, you watch slowly but carefully. APD, CQB. We have to show they are congruent triangles. You look at the diagram where the 2 triangles are. APD, CQB. You see, APD is this triangle and CQB is here. So, you have to show these 2 triangles are congruent. For that we need any 3 elements, that means any side or any corresponding side or corresponding angle. So, in this we need any 3, okay, but except triple A. Okay, you know already what are the congruent properties of triangle, 2 triangles. So, now in these 2 triangles already it is given that DP, BQ. So, in APD, DP we are having and BQ is in this triangle. In CQB, BQ is there. So, already it is given they are equal. Am I right? So, one pair of corresponding sides already it is given they are equal. And now we are taking the AD of APD, BC of CQB. Okay, AD, BC. AD from this triangle and BC from this triangle. The letters you can easily get from the triangle itself. So, C and B, so CB, BC. So, these 2 sides are equal, I am saying. You know why? Because opposite side of parallelogram ABCD. Am I right? Because it is given that ABCD is a parallelogram. So in parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, you know that. So the reason is AD equal to BC because opposites of parallelogram ABCD. And then one more thing, you see, in this triangle, I am taking this angle as 1. Where I am marking 1 means that is ADP. Okay, and then here you look 2. For your understanding, I am writing like that. So angle 1 and 2, you know, they are alternate interior angles because this is 2 lines. You consider AD, BC are 2 lines, and BD, the diagonal BD here you consider as a transversal. So when a transversal cuts or intersects any 2 lines, that means parallel lines, you know what angles are equal. So here I am taking angle 1 and 2 are the alternate interior angles which are equal. Okay, so you can take that angle 1 is equal to, from APD angle 1 I am taking, and from CQB triangle I am taking angle 2. They are equal because alternate angles. Okay, you have to consider that AD and BC parallel lines because they are the sides of the parallelogram ABCD, and you consider BD as transversal, then we can tell angle 1 and 2 are the alternate angles which are equal. And now 2 corresponding sides. Okay, this is one pair of corresponding, this is another pair of corresponding, and one pair of corresponding angles. So this is nothing but SAS. Okay, triangle APD is congruent to triangle CQB by what congruence property? SAS rule. Okay, SAS rule means that is congruence rule. So because here the symbol congruent is shown here. So triangle APD is congruent to triangle CQB because of SAS. You see, BQ, BC and the included angle is 2. And here AD, DP and the included angle is angle 1. So we can say that by SAS rule, these 2 triangles are congruent. And next, coming to option 2, very easily you can say AP equal to CQ. AP is a side of triangle APD and CQ is the side of this triangle CQB. So already we have proved that they are congruent. So by CPCT easily we can say. Okay. So AP equal to CQ. CQ by CPCT, that triangle APD congruent to triangle CQB. You can write it. By CPCT, since these 2 triangles are congruent, you can take AP equal to CQ. Very simple. Okay. Now coming to option 3. In triangle, these 2 triangles you have to say congruent. So AQB and triangle CPD. You look at the diagram, these 2 triangles you have to consider, where AQB it is here and CPD it is here. We have to say these 2 triangles are congruent. Okay. So what are the things we can take? You see, first in AQB, AB one side. In this triangle CPD, you can take that is DC. So AB equal to DC, opposite side of parallelogram ABCD. Because you know opposite of parallelogram are equal. So it is given ABCD is a parallelogram, so you can take these 2 sides are equal. And again you take here that is BQ of AQB, it is equal to DP of this CPD. So it is given already. So they are one pair of sides, no? So given, and then we can take from AQB this angle. This is 3. You see here I am taking this angle as 3. ABQ, angle ABQ I am naming angle 3 for your better understanding. And here you can take this angle as angle 4. In CPD triangle, I am marking angle 4. That means CDP. Angle CDP I am marking as angle 4. Okay. So here we can take from this triangle AQB angle 3 and from CPD angle 4. They are equal because alternate angles. You know why I am telling that they are alternate angles. You have to consider that these two sides are parallel because ABCD is a parallelogram. So ABCD parallel and this BD is the same transversal. Therefore, angle 3 and angle 4 are alternate pair of angles. So alternate angles. So they are equal. So here also the same property, the same congruence property, that is SAS rule. So triangle AQB is congruent to triangle CPD because of SAS congruence rule. Okay. And then option 4, easily we can say that AQ equal to CP. So where is AQ in this triangle? AQB. And CP is in this triangle CPD. So we can say easily by CPCD, AQ equal to CP. The reason by CPCT. CPCT means, always I am telling CPCT, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Sorry, I have to write the reason, since triangle AQB congruent to triangle CPD. That's all. Okay. And coming to option 5, you see, option 5 you have to say APCQ is a parallelogram. So you know that the theorem, in one theorem we have proved that if a pair of opposite sides, okay, of a quadrilateral are equal, then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So you consider this APCQ in the quadrilateral APCQ. You see, first we have proved AP equal to CQ. AP equal to CQ from 2. Okay. From second option we have proved that AP equal to CQ. And the next AQ equal to CP from option 4. We have proved that AQ equal to CP. So in this quadrilateral APCQ, you see, APCQ, the pair of opposite sides are equal, and AQCP. First APCQ and then AQCP. They are equal, opposite pair of sides. Okay, they are equal. So we can say the quadrilateral APCQ is a parallelogram. Hence, is a parallelogram. You know the reason? Because a pair of opposite sides are equal. Since a pair of opposite sides are equal, we can say APCQ is a parallelogram. And now coming to question number 10, given ABCD is a parallelogram and APCQ are perpendicular. ABCD parallelogram, BD is a diagonal. So to this diagonal, from vertices A, AP is one perpendicular. From vertices C, CQ is another perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular means you know, so making angle 90 degree. So here it is 90 degree, here also 90 degree, here also 90 degree, that you know. And here we are marking as 90, that means here also 90. So like that it is given. And to prove, two options are there. One is triangle APB. Where is it? Here. APB. So this triangle and CQD. CQD. So these two triangles we have to say congruent. And after that AP is equal to CQ. You know, AP is in APB. CQ letter you can see in CQD. So therefore, after proving these two triangles are congruent, by CPCT we can say they are equal. It's a very easy sum. Okay. So first, you know how to say that two triangles are congruent. So first option in triangle APB and triangle CQD. So what are the things we can take? You see, so one thing, AB and CD. Okay, AB is equal to CD. You know the reason? Opposite side. OPP means opposite sides of parallelogram. A, B, C, D. You know that they are equal. Okay. And then this angle is 90 degree. In this triangle APB, angle APB is 90. Okay. APB is equal to in CQD angle you can take, that is 90. Okay. Equal to 90 degree. You know why? AP and CQ are perpendicular. Okay. That symbol stands for perpendicular. So perpendiculars plural. And one more thing. You see, in APB you can take this angle, and in CQD you can take this angle. You name just as angle 1 and this angle 2. Okay. And you know how I am going to tell they are equal. That is alternate angles. If you consider that this is not correct, you can take this one, because if these are, you take this one, okay, this angle and this angle, that only you can easily say this is not correct. So you first in triangle APB you take this angle 1 and here you take this angle 2. So now in this triangle this ABP angle I am marking as 1, and in CQD this triangle I am marking CDQ as angle 2, and these two are alternate angles. If you consider AB and CD are the parallel lines and this BD the diagonal as transversal, then we can have this 2 and 1 or alternate pair of angles which are equal. So I am going to take like that. So first in this triangle APB you take angle 1, and in CQD triangle you take angle 2. They are equal because alternate angles. Alternate angles means you should know that these two are parallel. Okay, and this is the transversal. Therefore angle 1 and 2 are alternate pair of angles which are equal by lines and angles constant. So you see, two pair of corresponding angles are equal and one pair of corresponding sides are equal. Therefore, you can easily say that this one pair of side and this angle and 90 degree are there. Therefore, this is not included side. So by two angles and one side, two angles, you cannot use that RHS, because right angle, hypotenuse and side. Okay, that we cannot use here, because here two pair of angles are equal. So this is one angle, this is another angle, and this is one side. So it is not included. So by AAS we can tell. This implies triangle APB is congruent to triangle CQD by AAF congruence rule. Okay, two pair of angles and one pair of sides. Through this, we can say these two triangles are congruent. And you know, option 2, after proving these two triangles are congruent, you can easily say that AP from this APB triangle. In APB triangle, AP is there, and in CQD triangle, CQ is there. So they are corresponding pair of sides. So AP is equal to CQ by CP CT, since triangle APB congruent to triangle CQD. So that's all, and we move to the next sum. So now coming to question number 11 of exercise 8.1. So this is the diagram. You see here ABC is one triangle, DEF is another triangle, and the vertices are joined. AD, BE, CF, they are joined. Here it is joined by dotted lines. You can easily able to see that. And given these two are triangles, and AB equal to DE. AB, DE are equal, and they are parallel. BC equal to EF. So BC, EF, they are equal and also parallel. It is given in the question. Vertices are joined. That's all. To prove, you see, 6 options are there. We have to prove. Very easy one. Okay, there are more options, but even though very easy to prove it. So quadrilateral ABED is a parallelogram. We have to prove first option. You look A, B, E, D. So this one we have to say a parallelogram. How a quadrilateral become a parallelogram is the pair of opposite sides are equal, then easily we can say they are parallelogram. Sorry, it is a parallelogram. Okay, that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. A theorem we have proved it. If in a quadrilateral a pair of opposite sides are equal, then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Already we have proved in the previous problem. So the same way we have to say here by taking the first option. You see, in quadrilateral ABED, you see, AB equal to DE, it is given. AB equal to DE, it is given. And then BC, AB equal to DE, so it is enough. If a pair of opposite sides is equal, then that quadrilateral becomes a parallelogram. And you see, AB parallel to DE. Okay, since a pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral since a pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal and parallel, then it is a parallelogram. So here we have a pair of opposite sides equal and also parallel. Then we can easily say hence ABED is a parallelogram. That quadrilateral becomes a parallelogram. And the same way, option 2 easily we can say, you take BEFC. BEFC. Look, this shape. Okay, a four side quadrilateral. So the same way you have to write in quadrilateral. BEFC. What we have? BC is equal to EF and DC parallel to EF. It is given. Since a pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal, then it is a parallelogram, that you know. Hence, you can say BEFC is a parallelogram. Is it clear? By using that theorem, that is a property or theorem, you can say. We can say this quadrilateral BEFC is a parallelogram. And coming to option 3. Look here. AD parallel to CF, we have to say. And also they are equal, we have to say. See, AD, CF, where it is? AD and then CF. Okay. Already we have proved in first two options that the two quadrilateral ABED and BEFC are parallelogram. Okay. From that we can have, since AB okay equal to DE, AB is equal to DE, since ABED is a parallelogram, you take ABED is a parallelogram, comma, you can take AD parallel to BE since BEFC is a parallelogram, then we can have BE is parallel to CF. You take this as 1, this as 2. Okay. This implies AD is parallel to CF. From 1 and 2 we can have. So you easily can say that ABED is a parallelogram, so you can say AD parallel to BE. You consider that as equation 1, and BEFC is another parallelogram. We have proved. See option 2. Okay. From that we can say BE is parallel to CF. Okay. You take up as equation 2. So from 1 and 2, AD parallel to BE. The same BE is parallel to CF, and so AD parallel to CF. Easily we can say. So that's what given here. AD parallel to CF. That's what we have to prove. And now coming to equal means the same way. And AD is equal to BE, opposite sides of parallelogram ABED. Next, another parallelogram is that is BEFC. BE is equal to CF. Also, BE equal to CF. That also opposite sides of parallelogram BEFC. You know the opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. From this we can say AD is equal to BE and the same BE is equal to CF. This implies directly AD is equal to CF. That's all. We have proved it. So option 3 over. AD parallel to CF we have proved, and AD is equal to CF, that also we shown there. And coming to option 4, ACFD is a parallelogram. ACFD is a parallelogram. You see, we have proved AD parallel to CF, AD parallel to CF, and also AD is equal to CF. So we can say as option 1 and 2, this quadrilateral, okay, ACFD is a parallelogram because a pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal. Okay, so no space there, so I am going to write here. So look here, now coming to option 4, we have to say ACFD is a parallelogram. In quadrilateral, first of all we have to say quadrilateral, and then we have to say that it is a parallelogram. So in quadrilateral ACFD, you look, AD parallel to CF and AD equal to CF. This is proved in option 3. Okay, that is proved in option 3. Just now we proved it, so you can take this. So again you can write the reason. Since a pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal and parallel, comma, it is a parallelogram. Hence ACFD, that quadrilateral ACFD now becomes a parallelogram, is a parallelogram. So that's what given here. Option 4, you have to say ACFD is a parallelogram, and we have proved it. And now coming to option 5, you see, we have to show AC is equal to DF. AC equal to DF. So after proving that this quadrilateral ACFD is a parallelogram, then easily you can say the opposite sides are equal. Since ACFD is a parallelogram, comma, now what we have to show? AC equal to DF. So AC and DF are the opposite sides of ACFD. So AC is equal to DF because opposite sides of parallelogram ACDF. That's all. That you know, opposite side of a parallelogram are equal. Easily you can say this. Coming to option 6, you see, two triangles we have to take ABC. So in triangle ABC and another triangle, what is given? DEF. So in these two triangles, we have to take and we have to make equal some corresponding angles or sides. Then only you can say by congruence property they are congruent triangle. So you see here, I am telling that it is given AB equal to DE. Very easily you can say AB equal to DE. It is given already here, the given part. And BC of ABC and EF of DEF, they are equal. BC is equal to EF. This is also given. Am I right? BC equal to EF. And one more side, AC equal to DF. AC equal to DF. You see, in option 5, we have proved it. AC equal to DF. Proved in what option? 5. You can put the number. The option number, that is 5. So, proved in option 5 that AC equal to DF. So, 3 corresponding sides, pair of corresponding sides are equal. 3 pair of corresponding sides are equal. So, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. This is triple S rule, congruence rule. Side, side, side. That means 3 pair of corresponding sides are equal. So, the 2 triangles are congruent. So, that's all the 11th sum over, and coming to 12th sum. So, now coming to question number 12. So, it is given a trapezium ABCD. Okay, and this is the construction part. Okay, AB and BC are a pair of opposite sides which are parallel. It is given AB parallel to CD. So, trapezium means, you see, this is the trapezium. So, this top and bottom side are parallel, one pair of parallel sides, and these two are non-parallel sides. And it is given in this question, ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel to BC. Just I marked the arrow, okay, which represents parallel. AB parallel to BC. And then AD is equal to BC. I put a mark, a small line, AD and BC. That means what? It is isosceles trapezium. If these two are non-parallel sides, and if the non-parallel sides are equal in measure, then we can say this is an isosceles trapezium, the other name. Okay, but here it is not used. It is given simply AD equal to BC. And here we are going to use the concept lines and angles, co-interior angles property. You know that. Then this angle, suppose 1 and 2 are co-interior angles. If these two are parallel lines and this is the transversal, then angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary if you add. Okay, and they are called co-interior angles. Otherwise, lengthy way you can say angles on the same side of the transversal. Okay, they are supplementary. So, this concept we are going to use here, and you see how we are going to prove it. First, you see, you have to prove the first one, angle A equal to angle B. Angle A is here. Okay, so this you name it as angle 1, and angle B is here. You just name it as angle 2, and the remaining these two I will tell. Okay, for your reference, I am telling angle 1, angle 2. Angle 1 is A, angle 2 is B. So, we have to talk about the trapezium. Okay, this is the construction. The diagram also given, but that is the construction part. You see, construction means draw a line through C parallel to DA. Look here. So, this is DA. So, through C, you have to draw parallel line to DA. So, this is DA. So, to parallel to DA, you have to draw a line through C, which will meet CE will meet the AB produced. AB produced means this is AB and this is extended. So, this parallel line CE drawn parallel to DA and this AB produced will meet at E. Clear? So, we name it as E. That is the construction part. And then they are telling that the join AC and BD, that is for the option 3. You will see. First two, this diagram is enough. You see. So now, option 1, angle A, that is 1. Angle B, we just take it as 2. And we have to say these two angles are equal. First of all, you have to take that given condition, that is AD equal to BC. AD is equal to BC, that is given. Okay. AD equal to BC. And now, AD is equal to EC. The same AD is equal to EC. You know why? Because we have drawn that CE parallel to DA, therefore it is a parallelogram. Already these two are parallel and this is the extended part. So AD equal to EC, opposite side of parallelogram AECD. Because one pair already parallel, and we have drawn CE parallel to AD. CE parallel to AD. So therefore, these two are also parallel. Therefore, two pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Then this AECD is a parallelogram. Easily you can say. So only we are taking AD equal to EC. So in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So AD equal to EC. AD, EC, they are equal. This implies, you see, AD equal to BC and the same AD is equal to EC. This implies we can say BC equal to EC. BC equal to EC. Now, using this in triangle BCE, comma, BC is equal to EC. Okay. Then we have what? These two angles are equal. You name it as 3 and this you name it as 4. For our understanding, I am writing the number. Okay. Angle 3, angle 4. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. You know why? So in a triangle, if two sides are equal, then by using that isosceles triangle property, we can say angles opposite to equal sides are equal. The reason is angles opposite to equal sides are equal. That you know. So with that reason, we are saying angle 3 and 4 are equal. So after saying that 3 and 4 equal, we come to the concept, that is, we have to say angle A equal to angle B. That is angle 1 equal to angle 2. In trapezium, angle 2 represents angle B alone. But after construction, the angle B is divided as 2 and 3. That you will understand. So after this, we will try to prove that angle A equal to angle B. We know that linear pair property and then co-interior angles are supplementary. So using that, we are going to prove it. Angle 1 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree because co-interior angles. You know, co-interior angles are supplementary. They are not equal, they are supplementary. Okay, angle 1 and 4, because these two are parallel, AD, EC parallel, and you consider AE as transversal, and therefore angle 1 and angle 4, they are co-interior angles or angles on the same side of the transversal. So anything we can say, but in short way, co-interior angles. They are supplementary. Therefore, angle 1, angle 4, if you add, you get 180. Another one is angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180. This is linear pair. Linear pair of angles. 2 and 3 are linear pair of angles, that is also equal to 180. So this implies in these two equations, the right hand sides are equal, 180, 180. Therefore, we can have angle 1 plus angle 4 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. Because the right hand side is equal, so we can equate the left hand side. So here already we know angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So we can substitute angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3, because instead of 4 I put angle 3. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Using that I am replacing angle 4 by angle 3. Okay. So now you see angle 3, the either side equal magnitude. So you can cancel and we have angle 1 equal to angle 2, which is nothing but angle 1 means angle A and angle 2 means angle B in trapezium. In trapezium ABCD, angle A equal to angle B, that we have proved it. And coming to option 2, angle C equal to angle D, angle C, angle D, and easily can say angle A and D, angle A plus angle D is equal to 180. The same reason, co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are supplementary. The same one you can write it. The same reason as I written there. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Angle A and angle D, because you take AB and DC parallel and this as transversal, then angle A and angle D, they are co-interior. Before starting the problem I have explained it. And here also angle B and angle C, they are equal to 180, the same reason. Okay, the same reason you can write. And then you can equate both left sides, because right sides are 180. So this implies angle A plus angle D is equal to angle B plus angle C. We can replace either of this. Instead of A we can put B, or for B we can put A, because they are equal. So just I am doing that. Here angle B plus angle D equal to angle B plus angle C. And now we can cancel and we have angle D equal to angle C. So that is nothing but angle C and B are equal. So we have proved that also. Option 2 over. And coming to option 3, we have to take two triangles. For that we have to draw the diagram, and we will see the next one. Now coming to option 3, just we can take alone the trapezium, because the two triangles we have to say congruent. So just I am joining AC and BD as I written in this construction. Okay, join AC and BD. So we have joined it. It is given in the hint also. This is enough for us to prove option 3. So in triangle ABC and triangle BAD, okay, we have AB equal to AB, that is common side. You look at the figure, you come to know ABC means ABC, this triangle, and BAD, so this triangle. So in these two triangles, AB is the common side. So the common side, they are equal. And we have BC, AD. In ABC, side BC. In BAD triangle, side AD. They are equal because given. In the question itself given AD equal to BC, just we have changed the side. That's all. For the given triangle. The first one is this one, ABC. So from that BC only we have to put. Okay. So correspondingly we have taken, but both are equal. And now in this ABC triangle, you know this full angle, that is nothing but angle B, and this BAD triangle, this full angle is nothing but angle D. Okay, so already we have proved it, that is angle A and angle B of the trapezium ABCD are equal. So in ABC triangle, angle ABC is equal to BAD angle BAD. Okay, because angle B equal to angle A proved above. So this is what we can take, that angle B, which is nothing but angle ABC, and angle A is nothing but angle BAD. We can easily get from the diagram while you listen it. So this is we proved above, so we can take this one. So two pairs of corresponding sides and a pair of corresponding angles are equal. So FAS. Okay, this is common side, this is another side, and the included angle. So FAS. This implies triangle ABC congruent to triangle BAD by applying that FAS congruence. We have proved it, they are congruent triangles. And coming to option 4, you see, diagonal AC equal to diagonal BD. So easily we can say diagonal AC is equal to, first we have to say AC equal to BD, and then we can say that AC is a diagonal. Okay. Since triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD, we can say in ABC we take AC is equal to, in BAD triangle we can take BD by CPCT, because they are congruent. And now AC is nothing but diagonal AC. Now considering the trapezium ABCD, AC is the diagonal AC and BD is diagonal BD. This implies in trapezium ABCD, diagonal AC is equal to diagonal BD. So this is what a proof, and we have finished the exercise 8.1, and few problems are sent to you as worksheet. You finish it, and the next class we will see a midpoint theorem under the exercise 8.2. Thank you.